NHL Nightly with your host, the sports, a.k.a. Peter Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Pearlo, Wisdom, and Rico and Barry. Well, no Rico, but we expected that. He's in Ottawa. We'll go to the tight end shot here. Thanks for joining us. NHL Nightly. I'm your host, Jeremiah Maxwell. With me as always, Pearlo Wisdom. Handicap extraordinaire. Tons of games on tonight. Which ones were you watching earlier, Pearlo?
I was watching the Utah one early. I just wanted to see if they were going to come out like I thought they would. And then
Charlie says he's watching the Oilers Canucks game. I'm sorry, Charlie, that game sucks. It's 4-0. And I think the second period is over already. That game's been going by pretty fast. Oh, there's 7 minutes left to go.
And I watched.
Rico's in Ottawa tonight, Sod. So no Rico.
I watched Red Wings Canadians. Canadians still, I thought they played pretty impressive considering how much hockey they played. But
dude, they let in. If they don't let in those early goals, they're in this game. I had picked for the morning cup of hockey this game. I thought Montreal would win. I thought Detroit was back to their crappy ways, and it sure looked like Montreal was going to get back in it, but they did not. So, yeah. 5-0 Edmonton, by the way. I don't understand why I'm always having problems with the Ducks feed. It's either Pittsburgh or Ducks. Their feeds have been awful. Yeah, I don't know. Every time it's like what are we doing here? That game is 1-0, by the way. Ducks. Mason McTavish got his 8th of the year. I expect the Ducks to win this game, honestly. Pittsburgh stinks. So, power play for it looks like there was a power play for the Calgary Flames, but I don't know, is there holding now? Might be a 5-on-3. Let's see what we got going on here. Nope, 4-on-4. Calgary killed their own power play. Kadri took down the guy. Malenstein, it was a little bit of a hold. I guess if you're on the power play, you probably give them the call. So, Canucks have scored. To make it 5-1. Yeah, okay, Brock Besser, there you go.
Yeah, Besser always comes in when it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's 16th of the goal. I mean, this game was over in the first period. It was 4-0. It was over. So, or 3-0. It was over. You can tell Edmonton, they're looking, I feel bad. Washington scored, but offsides. It was clearly offsides. So this game is scoreless. Let's see what happens here. Ooh, nice little shot on goal there. Minute 18 left to go in the Vegas St. Louis game. Oh no. Yep. I think we have a timeout. Goalie pulled. They scored their second goal with the goalie pulled. They pulled the goalie at 3 minutes. So yeah, Wild have lost. Wild have lost, Charlie. They lost 4-0 to the Utah Hockey Club tonight. What's sad for the Wild is, and we kind of buried the lead. My news, Kaprizov back. He did nothing tonight, obviously. And then I didn't know this, but Sergachev is out for the Utah. So again, probably sometimes ignorance is bliss when we're watching a team and they look good. We're not paying attention to who's in or out. Kind of probably a good scenario there because we all were on Utah on this game.
I knew Sergachev was out. I think Marino's a better defenseman myself. So that's
So also a little bit of news here in the States, not making a lot of news, but they're tied up in a legal battle with the naming rights of the Utah Yetis. Somebody obviously thought that was going to be the name and applied for the thing so they could make some money. It's a total strategy thing. Yeah, I mean, because they had the commissioner on, by the way, Nick's show, Kipper show, and they asked about that, and he was like, yeah, like there's some other stuff. Pierre McGuire said something today on Jeff Merrick's show. I actually was like kind of drawing comparisons. He said he thought Adam Fantilli with his skating and stuff would be like the next Mike Modano. The big difference in Mike Modano was an American player and Fantilli is from Toronto, Ontario area. But boy, he looked good again tonight, and he's filling in for that Monahan role. He's really starting to explode. I almost don't know if you could take him off that top line, but yet still really young, lots to learn there. So we'll see what happens. And then Bettman is going to be stepping down in like 2 years. It looks like this after. I think they're going to get the extension done. I think he goes to the 2027 season, and that's his last season. He's 72, by the way.
I know. He looks pretty good for 72, doesn't he?
He's outlived his counterparts, man. I mean, good for him. I know there's a lot of criticism of Gary Bettman, but you can't deny he's grown the game. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I had for news, man. We don't have a ton of games to review tomorrow. And the big news tonight, guys, is we're not going to be having a show tomorrow. I'm going to go to dinner with my wife. She's leaving town for a week. So we're going to have an announcement. We may have a live show on Saturday. Be looking for that. I'll try to get those details out. I don't have a time or whatever. Obviously, there's 13 games on Saturday, so it would be wise to do something. Maybe I do a play-by-play or something. We'll see how that goes. But that's going to be the thing. Pearlo, did you have any news you wanted to talk about?
I kind of brought it up yesterday with Pittsburgh. Markstrom is out indefinitely with a knee injury. That is like devastating for the Devils.
Just when you think that things couldn't, the Devils weren't playing well anyway. They get that win, but boy, they probably are going to need it. So. Yeah. Well, so Charlie, I think your Jets play Utah Hockey Club tomorrow, so we're going to see that. Let's talk about tomorrow's games. Let's get right into it. Pearlo, Flyers, Islanders. Flyers look anemic offensively. Good thing they have Mishkov, quite frankly. This is good for them. They need to not finish in a spot where hopefully they're a lottery team. So, but this is a game I won't have any interest in watching whatsoever between the Flyers and Islanders. So both of them are potential lottery teams, but they're both the Flyers are 2 games over 500, but they're actually the dog in this game. What do you think here?
Well, the only thing I know is when the Flyers play on the second game on a back-to-back, they've gone over, I think it's 12 of the last 13 times. So give me the over in the game. And I don't care who wins that game either. I really couldn't give a crap. But I'll take the over on just because of that.
Sounds good. Looks like Vegas got the empty netters, so that's 4-2. That game's going to finish.
Puts me over.
Yep,
Nice.
6. There you go, 6. Good. Vegas needs it, man. Jack Eichel has been snake bit too. Speaking of Vegas, they'll be playing the Golden Knights will be playing the Stars tomorrow. So a back-to-back for them.
Yeah.
Ooh, man, I don't like either teams. I would probably stay away from this one. The Golden Knights are actually a road dog, and on a back-to-back, I get it. But boy, I have not been impressed with Dallas. They're missing they need some more to their back end, not unpredictably. You've said, Frank Saravelli said this today on his show with Jason Greger, the Rundown, and I agree with it. We take for granted Dallas has made 3 basically all but to the Stanley Cup run. So they've had deep, deep runs in the playoffs where they've gone to the conference finals like 3 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And haven't had anything to show for it. I think what you've got here is a case of this team is wore out too. And then, obviously the additions of Dumba and other guys haven't worked out. They really have to find that right shot D to fit in their top 4. So
yeah. I'll say here, I'll call it here. I say Ristolainen ends up in Dallas.
Darkness, I'm not going to read your thing, but I guess I feel you, buddy. But I think that this Vegas just played a really good, desperate game, man. They had been really poor. So I think it was just a matching of that. So, all right, Canucks are making a game out of it, I guess. I turned that game off, Sod, so I don't even have it on. I can only really do about 5 games live while I'm live, because my computer will interfere with me trying to live stream any of them. So I think I can have them on my screen if I'm not trying to do share screen. So, yeah. Okay. Lightning, Blackhawks. Oh, did you answer Golden Knight Stars? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to take a flyer. I agree with you. I haven't liked what I've seen from Dallas, and I think Vegas kind of gets that going here after St. Louis, and I think that on a back-to-back, they actually take that one. So I'll take the plus money on Vegas. Next, what were you saying the next one was?
Yeah, Lightning, Blackhawks. Not touching this.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Blackhawks are plus 185.
Plus
yeah,
185.
But darkness, and I hear what you're saying. Vegas is probably the best defensive team in the NHL. They just need to get some scoring in their lineup, and they could be. If Vegas had just Sturkin and had like a Brock Besser in their lineup, like another guy that could pot a bunch of goals in their top 6, I think they would be unbeatable. Because their defense is so stacked. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Just imagine if they somehow ended up getting Rantanen, that team would be insane.
They can't. There's no way. They don't have the room.
I don't know what they could do. It's Vegas. They'll figure.
There's no way. There's no way they could do the salary cap gymnastics, Pearlo. They'd have to offload 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to sign. What's that young kid?
Mark Stone would have to be on LTIR again or something.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't be able to sign Theodore.
No, they already signed Theodore. They extended Theodore.
Oh, did they already?
Yes, you'll have to look that up. We'll look that up here after we do. Okay, so we're not going to touch. We're not going to touch Blackhawks and Lightning, guys. That's a goal.
I'll take the over. I'll take the
goal scoring prop show. Let's jump to Charlie's Jets hosting the Utah Hockey Club. I called it. I said the Jets would win in Colorado. The Jets do. Yep. What a great overtime goal by Neil Pionk. Boom, boom, ping, boom. Pionked it right off the post.
Yeah.
And here we go. What do you got? Plus 164 on the Utah Hockey Club, but they're down Sergachev. I think that does add up, and it's a back-to-back. Jets are going to be riding high at home. Yeah, no way I'm not taking
like Utah, because Utah just spanked the Jets a little while ago. I think the Jets are going to come out angry here. I'm not, as much as I think like Utah, I don't like them there. So I'll take
it. And I think the Jets have the best home record in the NHL, if not right there. Yeah. So Ducks are up 2-0. Thanks, Sod. Appreciate you giving us that update.
Like that.
Yeah. So let me go league, and I'll just look at the best home record. Well, Washington is 16-4-4, and the Jets are 18-5-3. So I wasn't too far off.
Pretty close. Yeah.
So it's the Caps and the Jets with the best road records. Charlie is saying the Jets are going to handle business with Utah. So, so did Mangiapane score for the Capitals? I don't think so. No, he did not. Okay. All right. That's all the games.
Oh, yeah.
That's all the games. Saturday, there will be 13 games. We're not going to go over those games now. There won't be lines, guys. It's going to be a big, big one. I'll just look at some key ones. Avalanche Bruins. That's going to be a big one. Bruins basically got to keep winning games. They had a that's the other one we didn't talk about. 2-0 win for the Bruins and boy, they wasted a Forsberg masterclass performance. If Ottawa could get some secondary scoring, Pinto needs to start scoring. Norris has to score. Batherson needs to score. Kachuk needs to score. Where is their scoring? I don't understand it. They played a great defensive game.
Yeah, they're transitioning out of Smith's old system, and it's taking. They're having a hard time balancing.
No, I think Travis Green is doing a hell of a job there. They're just not scoring goals.
Green is doing a great job. Yeah, it's that transition from playing that aggressive offensive system that Smith did.
So speaking of those Senators, they play the Leafs. Battle of Ontario in Ottawa. Rico will be at that game. So,
yeah, if you can get it for an affordable price, he said, yeah. That'll be interesting. Right now I can't go anywhere but Toronto right now until I see Ottawa be able to play A little bit.
Nashville has opened up the scoring. Gustav Nyquist, 1-0.
I took San Jose there, but we'll see. I mean,
you know what though, Pearlo? That's early in the game. We're gonna have plenty of time to watch that game when we're off air, guys. So definitely watch that. This is gonna be the fastest show in the history of the NHL Nightly. Sean Murphy, Draisaitl, yes, he looks good, my friend. I think he's making a case for MVP for sure. Yeah. Without McDavid, he's tearing it up. So Rico is in Ottawa, so he's not going to make it tonight. We told him not to worry about it. So yeah, Capitals Canucks, they'll be on a back-to-back. That'll be interesting to see. Canucks are laying an egg against I know they're climbing back into this one a little bit here, but so we've got it's still 5-2, but that second period's almost over. Tied 2-2 with the Sabres on the power play with a minute left in the second. Ducks are up 2-0 on Pittsburgh. Preds are up 1-0, but 15 left in that. We didn't talk about Flyers, Rangers much, but Rangers are kind of back. People should know. Yeah. Sean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if he does play, Winnipeg might be a place he does play, but and I kind of hope he does play there if he does play at all anyway, but I don't know if he's going to play, my man. I think the insiders I'm hearing from, most of the people are saying they think it'll be next year, and I think that honestly makes sense for him. But we'll see. I mean, if he starts working out and getting into shape, but he has to sign to play in the playoffs before the trade deadline, because he can't like sign a minor league deal like April 1st and play. It just won't happen. So yeah, I think it's not going to happen, Charlie, but we'll see. I think if he does sign this, the Jets would be the perfect team. They need him. He would fit in there perfectly, I think. If he could come back and be what he was. I mean, he hasn't played, but you know what though? Like Saravelli said, second goal for Nashville. We talked about the Bruins. Obviously, the Golden Knights beat the Blues, and then the shutout from Utah Hockey Club. Okay, I love the three games I love are Avalanche, Bruins, Maple Leafs, Senators. The Battle of Ontario never disappoints. That Blue Jackets Kings game is going to be real interesting. The Blue Jackets are playing like a ridiculous. It's not a back-to-back for them, but for them to go from Carolina to actually, excuse me, that game is in Columbus, so they're not making that trip.
I like the Blue Jackets there. LA is that's I don't. I think
LA won a good one last night, 2-1. Good one. No, they're back, dude. I just think.
Oh no, I like LA. I just don't. I like that spot for the Blue Jackets. I think they could actually pull that off. I like LA. LA is way better than I thought they would be this year.
LA could win the Pacific this year. If Edmonton goes through any kind of slump, but right now, I mean, like, so, I don't know, Sean. I am impressed with the amount of power play goals he's scoring for them. I wonder how many. I'm sure the Cole Caulfield fans aren't real happy with him kind of taking some of his power play time, but they just need that secondary scoring. I'd like to see a little bit more 5-on-5 from Laine, but he hasn't been bad. I don't think he's been a problem there. So this Sabres Flames game, third period, is going to be nice, guys. That'll be a fun one. And then Panther Sharks finish out the day. Nothing real crazy as far as games Saturday. So no real, the big divisional matchups are Red Wings Lightnings is an interesting one too, but Maple Leaf Senators, that's a big one. And
the Red Wings Lightning one, didn't the Lightning just spank the crap out of the Red Wings the last game? So that would be.
I think they did beat the pants off of them. So yeah. Poss looks good. Yeah, Avi was a nice win for you guys. I feel like you didn't deserve the win. I mean, quite frankly, Forsberg was all over it today. So, but goal and assist from Pasternak got the empty netter. So, yeah, college hockey show tomorrow, 10:30. We will have that 2 p.m. That will be happening 2 p.m. But we're going to call it a night. Pearlo, you got any final thoughts for the week? We're going to have a huge announcement this weekend. Be looking and listening, guys. And it's going to be huge news. We'll be back to 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll probably most likely give you a full hour. That will be Tuesday of next week. No show tomorrow, just family stuff. And, but maybe a show Saturday with the announcement. So be looking for that. Hope to see you guys there. Pearlo, what are your final thoughts?
Oh, it's going to be a fun weekend. Looks like a lot of good games. We didn't do picks today, so if you want, go over to my Twitter. I do every single game, and I usually do a rundown on it. Kind of interesting, and you can tell me what you think down there. We can chat back and forth. So besides that, it's going to be an exciting weekend, and this is going to be exciting news, everybody. You're going to want to hear this.
Yeah, 18. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead. Sorry, Pearlo. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's it. That's what I want to say. It's going to be exciting news. You're going to want to hear it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, 18 games between Saturday and Sunday. So, this is it. I mean, this is the Final Four in football, and then we're moving on to the Super Bowl. And then we've got the Four Nations face-off, and then we're getting into the meat and potatoes of what's going to make the playoffs, what's going to make up in the playoffs here. So, going to be huge, man. Hey, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Sean Murphy, Avi Hoffman, Charlie Dufois, our good friend Darkness in St. Louis. Sorry your Blues are letting you down, man. You should just write a letter to Doug Armstrong and tell him what you feel about him. And all our friends, thank you. Yes, follow Pearlo. I've got the banner going here. He tweets out all the games if you're looking for his bets. He is the handicapper. Rico is our goal scoring prop. Mike is with us, the degenerate Bostonian. He had a couple bets tonight. I don't know how Mike did on his picks, actually. How did he do?
He's got Anaheim. I know that.
Sure. He was on Anaheim. He was on the Habs versus Wings over 6. That was you. Sorry.
No,
he liked the Ducks money line, Caps money line, Rangers money line. So far he's 1 for 3, and we'll see. We'll see how he goes. Yep. Kraken always play the Capital stuff, so it'll be good. I don't think the Capitals are actually won in Seattle. So since their inception, I'm not sure.
This was a weird game for me. I didn't know what to do. So
yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate you. We'll see you Tuesday on a new channel. So be looking for that Saturday. It's huge. Darkness and Avi, you will be familiar. All right, guys. Peace. We'll see you later.